Guys, Joe Rogan has just dropped a bombshell on what Katt Williams is really going through after snitching on Diddy. And this is truly horrible because it seems that Katt is just being punished.
Holy sh! He said what?
Are you not afraid about being blackballed again? These are some power people.
What do you mean again? These people are not powerful. Satan can't create anything. That includes blessings for his people. That's why, you know what the #1 job of somebody that sold their soul in Hollywood is?
What?
Is to act like it didn't happen. They all do the same job.
If I didn't have a God protecting me, I would be toast. These motherfuckers hate me. I thought they were just gonna laugh it off. They did not laugh at all. Hollywood was so mad at me, I went back and watched the Shannon Sharp interview myself. What did he say? P. Diddy, 4 years. Say that again. For taking 27 asses. 4 years.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he started talking about Katt Williams and what happened after Katt exposed Diddy. Joe said he's talked to people behind the scenes and the story is a lot darker than most folks think. According to him, whenever people try to uncover the truth around powerful figures, the information suddenly becomes impossible to find. Files get hidden, documents go missing, and anybody who speaks up gets pushed to the side.
I've had conversations with people about it, and it's like, Jesus, like just trying to get the documents, like when they're trying to get the Epstein files, like they're the state of New York. One of the district attorneys was they were hiding documents that have forced them to give documents. I think there's so many powerful people that are on those lists. There's so many powerful people that went and partied. Air quotes, partied. And how many of them went to the Diddy parties?
Parties. That's why Joe thinks Katt went through so much chaos after calling people out. He said too many powerful names were connected to those circles. Nobody wanted a comedian blowing the whistle on the wrong person, especially someone like Diddy, who always had celebrities, politicians, and industry leaders at his events. Joe said, everyone knows these parties happen, but now everyone's acting like they DI.
How many guys were on video saying, ain't no party like a Diddy party? How many people like openly talked about being there?
LeBron?
Yeah, how about Ashton Kutcher? All these people. Like, you guys all went. You didn't see nothing? You didn't see nothing?
Yeah.
Donnell went? Yeah. Did he? Of course he did.
Donnell
trying to defend himself.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Is he trying to defend himself right now?
It's pretty funny.
I got to call him up. Donnell, you got to back away from that.
Isn't there a video with Kamala?
She was at one of the Diddy parties?
Isn't she in the background with...
It might have been the difference between Diddy parties and freak-offs. Oh, my God.
They're giving him shit, too, because he's sitting in his...
the guy from Chappelle's Show?
Yeah.
And then Dave's there, too, and then Russell Simmons, too. Oh, boy. But is that at a party, or is that just a group of them together?
They were, like, on a yacht or something like that.
Okay, but that's not the Diddy party.
No, yeah, it's not like they were kind of...
I think...
You think Diddy was rogue, or Diddy was like a Epstein type, working for somebody?
That's a good question. Well, it would be a great way to compromise celebrities. Yeah.
This is Joe also connecting the dots. He said Katt was one of the only people brave enough to speak out early. Most stars were at those parties smiling, taking pictures, and pretending everything was normal. Katt was the one saying, nah, something's off here. And right after that, his career suddenly got harder. He got arrested over tiny things. He got banned from events, and the media painted him like he was crazy.
People want to know, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing...
You will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that, I value that, I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty.
That's not an accident. When big names feel threatened, they don't go after you in public. They squeeze you quietly. People stop answering your calls. You lose opportunities. Your image gets attacked. Joe seemingly believes that's exactly what happened to Katt after he mentioned Diddy. And the interesting part is he's not the only person who sounded the alarm on Katt being in danger from speaking up about the horrors of Hollywood. Jaguar Wright has said it got so bad for Katt that he had to wear Kevlar in his own home because the threat to...
Want to know what's interesting?
Go ahead.
It's Katt Williams that taught me how to be Jaguar Wright.
Oh, wow. Okay. What was it about him that you kind of say, ooh?
10-10. He was my 30th birthday present. Almost 17 years ago. I'll never forget when he walked into the club and I was sitting at my table. It's my birthday party. And Special Ed brought him.
Shout out Special.
And me and Ed were celebrating our birthdays that year for the Taurus Affair that we used to do in Miami Beach every year. And Katt was playing the amphitheater and he wanted to meet me. And he came to my party. He gave me about 20 grand in cash and said, consider it a down payment on your time. And Moni Love was there. Cousin Sonny was there. Imrel was outside smoking a blunt, so she missed the infamous picture with all of us together with Katt. And me and him sitting next to each other, two hats on, two cats in the hat.
Yeah.
And he taught me so much in 9 months. Walking away was hard, but it was when the Illuminati first started coming after him. And I'll never forget the day when they breached the house. And I left. You know, back in that moment, Katt was still wearing Kevlar to bed. To bed.
And one of those figures who engaged in this culture of intimidation, she has long alleged was Diddy.
What was it about that and him at the moment where it made you want to speak your truth?
He went after Comedy Central. That's what happened. The Flavor Flav roast. The moment that I knew the Snoop Dogg is sold out. That was a hurtful moment. I was always grateful to Snoop for taking Corrupt under his wing. Ricky was in a lot of trouble in Philly. If he hadn't signed a dog pen, I don't even know if he would have been alive. I've always been grateful to Snoop for that. Ricky, my brother.
That's real. That is real. So let me, go ahead.
They wanted Katt to humiliate Flav. Like humiliate him. Like no holds barred. And they sent a bunch of jokes. And I'll never forget watching Katt in the office downstairs at the house in Marina Del Rey. And he's sitting there looking at the script and just shaking his head. And then the next thing you know, the phone rang and I'm standing there in the office in the doorway and I'm like, are you all right? And he picked up the phone and it was Comedy Central. And I listened to him threatening him. He said, I'm not doing this. You are not going to get a black man, a real black man, to agree to do this to another black man. Dollars. It was a terrible day. And then that's when all the incidents started happening. Them sending people to the house. Them putting plants backstage at the shows. I mean, I was on tour with him for American Hustle.
Right.
I was on set for First Sunday.
Right.
And one of those figures who engaged in this culture of intimidation, she has long alleged was Diddy. Jaguar added that Katt was also dealing with a lot behind the scenes. People showing up at his house, last-minute changes in productions he was supposed to be part of, and other entertainers stepping in after he refused to follow orders. She said this wasn't random. This was targeted pressure, and the timing always seemed to line up with the.
Katt said on Shay Shay that it seems like everybody missed, especially now, was that the biggest job of people in the Shluminati is to pretend like none of it's real, to pretend like none of it happens, to keep the secret, to make it all seem like, oh no, that's not happening, that's not happening, that's not happening. Isn't that exactly what's happening now?
Sorry.
HSI runs up onto multiple properties, and they collected all kinds of things that never made it to that courtroom, did it? Not one mention of a firearm, not one mention, even though some of the testimony said that he carried fire. The way Kid Cudi's car, the way that whole situation happened, I mean, it was on court document. People were sitting there talking about it, and they still trying to act like that never happened. Everybody keeps trying to rewrite history. But if Katt can sit down on Shay Shay and say all the things that he said, if I can sit here on this couch and share with y'all all of the things that I've shared with y'all, if Natanya Rubin can come forward and talk about how she was powed in the face the night that Shine was there, the night that J-Lo threw the firearm out the window, like if all of the, you know, if Gene Deal can say the things that he has said, if all of the people that can come forward and say all of these things and understand this, we ain't a group of friends. We're all not a group of friends.
Right.
We're all different people whose paths have crossed throughout the years for one reason or another, who have very similar information on regarding the same kinds of people. Correct?
Correct.
Then tell me something. How am I a liar when I say everybody know about it? See, that's the problem. Everybody's still trying to pretend like they didn't know about it. Everybody's still sitting there trying to pretend like this ain't all common knowledge.